We're streaming.
Are we live yet?
We should be soon. Yep.
Hey. Okay.
We are live, friends.
Hey. Welcome.
Howdy.
Live. Okay.
We are live, friends.
Hey. Welcome.
Adjust
Howdy.
my microphone here.
Okay.
Oh, I think I showed
Live,
myself.
friends.
Hey. Welcome.
Adjust
Howdy.
my microphone here.
Okay.
Oh, I think I showed myself.
They can hear all
Hey.
my computer right
Welcome.
now. You can hear all of it. Channel. Let me get the video. There's the link if you want to send it to anyone. And let's get this on Reddit and post. Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to the Vibecast. My name is John with 7 Arts, and I am one of the many people that gather. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Vibecast. My name is John with 7 Arts. Okay, the fucking stream is talking back to me. Anyways, welcome to the Vibecast. If you guys don't know me, you probably won't, because I'm not fucking too big unless you watch Reclaimer Gaming. You might recognize me as the voice actor for Master Chief, for his what if Doom guy met Master Chief, yada yada. It's a Halo crossover that he did for April Fools, which dragged on, and still voice acting for him. Anyways, we got a few people here that are going to be common and are going to be the hosts along with me in the channel, and I want each one of you to introduce yourselves. First is going to be Jammy.
Hey, I'm Jamie. I'm a voice actor. You probably recognize me from Reddit, especially some certain subreddits like Gone Wild Audio. And yeah, I'm just excited to be on this podcast with a bunch of other voice actors.
Howdy, I'm Ink. I am excited also to be on this podcast. Never really been on podcasts a lot, but I am more than willing to share whatever little stories I have. Up-and-coming voice actor as well.
And the last and the least is me. My name is Night Shadow. I'm a voice actor, songwriter, guitarist, everything like that. Never also have not been so much in a podcast before, so this is really exciting and looking forward to this.
All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys are in the chat or watching the stream, go ahead and watch and type around in the chat. We'll be sure to look at it. I'm watching it all the time. So, without further ado, post this in somewhere. Fucking. Ooh. You guys have anything we want to talk about?
Yeah, I could talk about my subway experience before coming here.
The whole reason why you were late.
Yeah, like by 5 minutes. Yeah. So, I decided like, hey, okay. Well, today I play a lot of Pokemon Go with my friends, and I live in a college town, and so like we hit up the campus and like there's a bunch of events happening, and today specifically there is an event. But I came back for the podcast and I decided, hey, I'm going to get something to eat. So I decided to get our Eat Fresh, Lick It Fresh Subway. And so I went there, and this female went as slow as humanly possible, right? And like halfway through, she dropped my sandwich. And then she looked up to me. She's like, do you still want it? I'm like, what do you mean? Do I still want it? Please make me another one. Same order. Just don't drop it this time, okay? And then like we got through it. But dear God, like it took like an additional like 7 minutes.
Goose, was it like a teenage worker or like
It's like
20?
A 19-year-old, a 20-year-old, college age.
Well, like maybe they're overworked.
Like, yeah, I can understand that, but like at the same time, you don't look at someone after dropping their food on the floor and say like, "Hey, do you still want it?" I don't know where that subway floor has been. I don't know how many like people have cummed on it.
How dare you drop my precious sandwich on the floor?
I know,
The
like
griefish sustainment of where that place has been for the many years it's been brought upon this earth.
I mean, like they have it. Like their motto is "Have it your way," but I don't know. I don't want floor feces on it. I didn't ask for that.
Did you have to pay for that? The new subway? What?
Oh hell no! If I did, I would have like pissed on it and then ate it in front of them.
Ew.
Like the little tagline of Subway has always been funny to me, because it used to be "Eat healthy," then people found out it's fucking disgusting. So then there was "Eat fresh." Then they
Yep.
found out half the ingredients aren't even like real fish, or like the bread doesn't count as bread in some countries. And now it's just fuck it, have it your way.
Have it your way, you know.
I must say, I'm
One
most,
of our main mascots was a pedophile. Have it your way.
I must say, I'm most surprised that someone actually play Pokemon Go still in these days.
Oh yeah, man. Like where my friend group is at, like it's very prominent.
Yeah, I remember when it came out, and I played for I think 2 months. After that, I have not touched that game anymore.
Dude, when it came out in 2016, it was the closest the world has ever come to world peace.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
I hated Pokemon Go when it first came out because like I was using a really shit old phone at the time.
Yeah.
So everyone in my school was like, "Oh, you have to get the new Pokemon game." My phone was too old to get it, so I would just turn up my nose and be like, "Ugh, so dumb." Yeah, no, I definitely played it. I just thought it was dumb.
Yeah.
You guys are dumb.
You're just dumb kids who playing outside, actually. Instead of being inside with your Xbox and PlayStations.
Excuse me.
Welcome to the podcast.
Don, it sounds like you're fighting your computer.
Me?
Yeah.
What does it sound? What the fuck?
Like-
Give me a minute.
Like you're
That is weird. Is it through Discord?
no, it's just like slight taps or like going mute.
Oh, that's probably because of my voice recognition for Discord. I'm gonna lower down for you all. Right, there we go. Yeah.
Discord, get your shit together already.
Discord will be invaded.
Who would even want to invade Discord?
Spotify.
Twitter should just be annihilated.
I agree. I
I
completely
use
agree.
Twitter though.
Yeah.
It is a cesspit. Yeah, you use it and you know it's a cesspit.
Yes.
Yeah, we know
also find
we
good
want to
people
get
on there.
we want to get rid of Twitter, but we still use it every day.
There's
Like,
horny
what-
teens.
God, I hate sugar and I hate fatty foods. I'm gonna go to McDonald's.
Like,
From
what does it,
Subway to McDonald's.
McDonald's is good, and Burger King.
I agree. Like,
Why you-
like here in the States, like they had a deal for a long time where it's like you get a dozen nuggets. Well, no, 10 nuggets for $1. And like that's just
So-
sus.
That's sweet.
That's like the fridge is broken, the freezer is broken, and we have to get rid of all this shit.
We duplicated chickens and now we don't know what to do with them.
First they have to drop them on the floor and then they serve it.
Excuse me. Goodness.
And you guys have so many chains in America that like I've never heard of until like last year. In-N-Out, Sonic, Wendy's.
Yeah, well, a lot of it is state by state. So, like, some of us, like, in one state might not have, like, Five Guys or In-N-Out.
Like Five Guys has
Regional locked.
only come here now.
Ever since you guys started talking about Twitter, I've not stopped looking at fucking Twitter.
I need to know what Jeff Bezos is up to.
The fact that some celebrities are taking detoxes from Twitter should tell you that Twitter's bad for you.
There's a meme I actually passed by, and
A meme?
it was like, "Is it time to go? Was I a good game? No, you were the best." It was about Halo 3, and I was like,
Oh, yeah, didn't, like, all of their servers, like, go kaput not too long ago?
yeah, that was the meme off of it. I was gonna make Source Filmmaker off of like all the Xbox 360 titles, and I was like, if I do this, goodness gracious.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I just looked at chat and you just spammed milk.
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 Milk, 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 milk.
Did you get a Whopper?
I have been sending too many messages. Take a break and try again. Damn it, they suspended my milk.
We are officially out of milk.
Alright. So, just Twitter is a mixed bag, I'd say, because you find something good, then you find a very bad something, which I'm not gonna get banned for everyone,
Any of y'all
You
have
just
pets?
I mean, you have to just know how to find that good stuff and try to avoid that toxic things what happen there.
Hate everything. I'm stopped looking at Twitter now. Anyways, so with that, being that I am, always thought that the Halo TV show would have gone somewhere, but it hasn't. And I think this is a dead topic I'm talking about. It's like I only talk about Halo.
Did it actually premiere already?
It did not.
Got it. Like, the trailer looked fucking cool.
There's nitpicks with it for me.
I mean, yeah.
They make
That's
Halsey
with
look
any
too
TV
young.
show.
If they're going off their own lore.
Yeah. Talos, stop it. Do any of y'all have pets?
I did.
I
But I'm
have-
in the army now, so.
Yeah, I have a cat named Talos. I love him to death, but he's a bitch. He's a being of chaos.
I have no fucking pets. I used to have like rabbits.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
had a dog.
considering what you do for a living, I can see that.
What does that mean? You
You know how rabbits breed, right?
you
They just keep going.
I like hopping on stuff.
used to have rabbits, fish, and frogs.
Pretty cool though.
Yep.
Like when I was really small, I had a hamster named Hammy. I think I fucking killed it because I would put it in a little it's plastic ball. And, I would force it to go on the plastic ball and I would spin it around.
Oh.
But then my dad said oh yeah, he ran away.
He's got
I'm like, oh, okay.
schizophrenia from all the things. You spin me. Goodness gracious, Dark Humor. So, you guys played any 5M before?
He's holding strike. It's on the white thing.
Get that
I-
one then?
What the fuck's 5?
5M 5M is a modded multiplayer browser system that allows people to play mods and sometimes even RP or just goof around. Like it's a sandbox. I've played 5M for a good bit. I've had fun with it. I like driving around in a nice ass car and outrunning police officers.
How do you like? Okay, so like you download and like buy regular GTA, right?
You buy
And do you-
regular GTA, then you would install 5M, and 5M's gonna find your source, like the file location for the game. Once
Got it.
they do, it's not that hard, especially if you get it on Steam. Like you could just go Steam apps, GTA 5, and just click over.
Yeah, and then you just like role play as Osama bin Laden. Got it.
I don't do it for the RP. I do it for the cars because I like getting out of a car. Unlike Forza, how they like restrict you to like being in the car and then like letting you get out of it and stuff.
Yeah, but if you ever want to drive it for like how you want to drive it, like a cop is right up your ass the next 30 seconds, like, oh, you gotta drive correctly or you get kicked. And it's like a 3-year-old too telling you that.
Oh yeah, there's some servers that are like that, but the one server I've been in, they actually have like actual people like playing it seriously and not just like if we pull them over, we pull them over, you know.
Yeah.
We got tactics because they're smart. They'll like call out the street they're on. He's going down southbound on 275, and they're like, all right, we're sending units down that way. And lo and behold, they're coming that way and just block the street so the guy can't get through it unless he wants to kill himself going over a small hill, knowing GTA 5's physics. And just,
Yeah.
other than that, game was fun. But the only sad thing I had to endure was Halo Infinite coming out when I was in basic training.
Oh God, yeah.
It came out
Basic
early.
training.
It was supposed to come out December 8th, but it came out early. And I only got out of AIT. Only got it at a AIT like December 3rd. And it came out before then.
John, like, how was getting in through the weeks of hard training?
It was tedious. A lot of sitting around. Because it's only.
Did you move sandbags to other locations and then that sandbag to another location?
Yes. I had to
I knew
empty sandbag and fill it up with more sand.
Like I've seen some like military training or like disciplinary videos online, and it's just like, yeah, go mop the parking lot while it's raining.
The water is wet, trainee. Mop the drill pad because it's wet.
Wait, okay. I've seen a few videos myself. Is it true that they like put you into a shed and then they gas you to see like how long can you
Yes.
last?
You have to say the soldier's creed. It's like, I'm an American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member team. I serve the people of the United States and live in the Army of Valors. I will please the mission first. I never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave.
As you're getting pepper gassed.
It's CBC. It's like used for like riots. It like
Got it.
it stings up your throat, and it's like a particle-based gas, so the particles are very large and they're so microscopic that it's so painful when it gets into your throat and lungs. So I got through like the instructor was like, you won't last until you get to the third line. I was like, I got through the 6th and I was dying because I was holding my
Like,
breath.
damn,
It was
they
like,
made you reenact the Holocaust, and you guys went through it, dude.
in case you guys get gashed.
In case you're ever
I want you
forced
guys
into
to
a
huff some
small
CVT.
Yeah. That's-
We want to prepare you young boys so that you're nice and strong. So in case you ever get smacked on the head with a hammer, we will be all killing you with a hammer. We want to prepare you young boys so that you're
Got
nice
my
and
vape.
strong. So in case you ever get smacked on the head with a hammer, we will be all killing you with a hammer.
Ah! Ah!
Prepare you young boys so that you're
Got
nice
my
and strong. So in case you ever get smacked on the head with a hammer, we will be all killing you with a hammer.
Ah! Ah!
Great Scott. That was painful, but I got my vape though. It's delicious. Anyways, there is this is like the first podcast we're gonna do, so if you guys are watching, I do excuse the like lack of speaking, as these people I haven't done a podcast in a while. I haven't done it since I went to the basic training for the US Army and since I enlisted, and I went on a little bit of a hiatus, but the podcast I did in the past was called the Chambercast, and the Chambercast was mainly towards the art industry and like arts and like voice acting, animation, stuff like that. So we brought like Twitch streamers, YouTubers on the podcast, and they were very talkative. There was one guy named Twisted Life, and he played Call of Duty. So every time he died, he would take a shot of Fireball or like Jack Daniels. I don't mix well with Jack Daniels. I tried drinking Jack Daniels like at a certain extent, and we had one of those big bottles, and my dad was like, "Hey, since you're back from the army, I got you some liquor." And I'm like, "Okay, what you get me is Jack Daniels." I was like, "Oh great, oh no." So I had a quarter of that big ass like 2 liter bottle glass of Jack Daniels and a bunch of other alcoholic beverages, and I was like, I don't feel good. And I blacked out. I just blacked out. Then next thing I know, I'm throwing up. Like, where am I?
That reminds me, I should drink. I'll be back.
I'm already drinking.
My buddy did come over and brought me some beer. Tonight we're gonna be getting some alcohol.
Kids, if there is any kids watching this, remember, do not drink.
You don't drink and drive.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you're underage, don't drink either. Not a good idea.
Absolutely not.
Alcohol.
Alcohol coming this summer.
I like alcohol too, buddy.
Cheers, mates.
Excuse me. Anyways, after I blacked out again. Then I woke up sharing a bed with my dad. Mind you, we didn't have another bed, so I'm pretty sure I just went, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna sleep here because I don't want to sleep on an uncomfortable couch. Then I woke up and was like, it's hot as fuck in here. Because he likes sleeping with he has a heater and he puts it on high because he likes hot and he hates the cold.
That is disgusting.
And I mean, he just wears his clothes and just chucks himself in bed.
And you live in Georgia, right?
No, I don't. I am stationed in Georgia, but I lived in Indiana and Ohio.
Still, that's terrible.
Yes, it is. It was during Christmas, and I woke up, was like, I fucking hate this, and I was still drunk. It was 3 a.m, and I walked all the way to my uncle's house because he offered me a bed, and I was like, I'm gonna sleep here. So I get in bed, I sleep, I wake up, and my uncle's like, did you come here at 3 a.m? I was like, yeah, I was drunk off my ass. He's like, you crazy son of a bitch.
How old were you at the time?
I was 18.
Oh, yeah.
So no underage drinking.
Is that illegal drinking here?
If I could die for my country, I think I could drink.
Oh, that's
Just
right.
how-
Isn't that like a thing? Like if you're actually enlisted, you're allowed to drink if you're underage.
People support it because you are like fighting for their country. It's like it doesn't make sense for you have to be 21 to drink when there's like people who are 18. There is those
I
like
agree.
small percentage of people, and there's still people that are 21 who act mature. So I don't understand the medium with it, because that's how humanity is.
Oh yeah, it's no longer just drinking anymore. It's smoking as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I smoke.
Like, mad. Like that
I
you can
smoked
sign up
cigars
for.
before I joined, and I was 18, 17.
It's mad that you can like sign up for the army at 16 or 18, but you can't drink
You
until you're 21.
you could
Correct.
sign to join the army with parental consent at 17 now, and the act of like I met a guy who graduated early. He was he went to he was like high speed. He was all about the army. That's because he went to military school, and he was like from West Virginia, and he ran like 12 miles like all the time. His lung capacity was insane.
Holy shit.
Oh, did you have
His
to
lung
do all
capacity
the-
was insane.
Yes, his lung capacity, and then I just inhale fucking vapor.
Right?
But the longest I've ran was 7 miles.
Dude,
That was
I
the
cannot
longest.
run.
I
have
could
little bitch
barely
lungs.
run. I could barely run, but I was running better than a lot of people at the time because I was in my prime. And that was before I had some complications with my chest because my chest is caved in or sucked in. So I have medical issues with that. I already set up like an
Ooh.
appointment for that and all that. And during the time, there's like one point in Hey, shut up, phone. I gotta go. I was watching TikToks. But there's like one point when I was in the army where I was like in a situation where one of my buddies, like, you can't, like, there was like in AIT, you can't like smoke it, sneak in like vapes or anything. They were like treating you like prisoners, even though you graduated and proved you were a soldier.
Right.
They didn't change this until like 2020,
Hmm.
because there was like people dying and being stupid with drinking and stuff. So the army was like, you know what, TRADOC is going to be enforced during AIT.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I was like, I don't support you guys doing this, but you guys are my good buddies, and we had like a talk and a serious conversation, and he was like, yeah, you have like pretty good values. Because I was like, do I rat out my buddies because they're like good friends with me, or do the right thing? And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do my idea of the right thing and don't tell anyone but them.
Do I be a snitch or do I be a snitch? Hmm.
Don't vape, kids. It's not good for you.
Instead, turn to curb stomping pedophiles.
Yes! I support this action.
Remember, the boiling point of tar is 977 degrees Fahrenheit, and feathers are very, very cheap.
Urination.
Remember
is
that
bodily
whenever you
process
encounter a
producing
politician.
waste with the consumption of liquids. That was the funniest thing I've ever did. Like I was because in the army we were like we had this big bathroom. It was like called a latrine. It was like a public bathroom, but we had to clean it. And there was like sinks along the walls that we had to share, showers and urinals, and we didn't have urinals, we had stalls for toilets that were like enclosed.
Well, you gotta be inclusive.
Yeah, so I would just sometimes whenever like one of my buddies was with me, I would just spout random shit and go like, urination is a bodily process when producing waste from the consumption of liquids. It was hilarious, and he was like, "What the fuck are you doing? You an encyclopedia?"
The act of urination will cause you to empty your bladder.
When the consumption of liquid, the process is it going through your liver? Got me a drink. Not sponsored by.
What are you
Coca-Cola.
drinking?
Trico.
I'm drinking Red's Wicked.
Oh.
I don't think we're ever gonna.
This is not sponsored by anyone.
But if you want to, I'll sit on your dick. Give me money.
Yeah, send all money to me.
Actually, if we were to actually get money as a podcast, it'd be weird to distribute it because all of us are in different countries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, me and John aren't, but still.
I lived, but I'm stationed, but I lived relatively close to you.
I live not in America.
Yes.
Same here.
Diversity.
I mean, you can already hear from my voice. I'm not from America or anywhere else, but the English the first language.
Yeah, you guys.
All the diversity.
It was only 4 people who applied for the Vibe. Like when I put out the auditions for the Vibe Cafe. Not a lot, or Vibe Cafe. I like calling it Vibe Cafe, but it's Vibe Cafe. But only 4 people applied. It was Ink, you guys, and Ronnie. Ink and Ronnie had the best performance, including Jammy, as well as Night Shadow. You guys did pretty good. I was just, but I do plan to add more people in through the future. But just with what it is, adding too much people could cause issues with just too much talking, and it could get because I made a decision before starting the podcast I wouldn't have any minors on, and that's because knowing how the percentage of maturity when it comes to age does increase over time. You can find people who are very mature at 12 who act more mature than an 18-year-old. I'm like, how does this work? I was just playing. It just happens.
Yeah, anyone under 18, go fuck yourself. You're not welcome here. Unless you're a customer. All right? We don't fucking want you here.
We don't want you on the podcast, but we will let you watch in high definition.
Please,
if you're
watch
paying
your
us,
ads.
if you're paying us, then you can stay.
Yep.
Grab your mother's credit card. Give us the numbers on the front and those wacky 3-digit numbers on the back.
What is the expiration date of your debit card?
Yes.
I was gonna say, if you're underage but you still want to watch us,
Hello,
Patreon.com.
Is this blank? I came to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. Oh, goodness. I was talking to, one of my cousins, and I was flying across a zip line, and I was just yelling at her. It's like, I came to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. I was like, oh, crap! Just fell in the pond. Because it was, 20 feet in the air above a pond my uncle made. I'm surprised how he, did it so high. Because each end, one end was atop a tall, steep hill, but it's walkable. But once you get down, it slowly decreases.
Okay.
So that was.
Have any of you went body skipping?
Body skipping?
What the hell is that?
Do you know what tubing is? You go out on a lake, you're in a tube, and you're attached to the boat.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's essentially okay. Well, essentially the process is, you're on a tube, an inflatable tube, and you're attached to a line to a boat that's driving really fast, or however slow you want. A body skipping is something I might have came up with, or may have not have, but it's where you full send the boat so that you're going really fucking fast, and then with the boat you take a very sharp turn, and then at that turn you let go of the tube, and then you let the speed skip your body. It hurts like a bitch, but it's fun.
That just sounds like fucking up water skiing.
What we did was we did something where we would just drive maniacally with the tube and try staying on while we're fist fighting each other to get off of the tube. So it was me, my dad, and my uncle, and my brother. My brother falls off because he was like, you know what, screw this. And I'm like fighting me and my uncle at like just like shoving each other. And my dad
Wow.
falls
Tubing
off.
battle royale.
And then I'm looking at my uncle, so this is how it is.
Wow. Every American stereotype.
There can only be one.
Only one.
One man.
So does any of us have missions or upcoming roles?
Upcoming roles, I do not. Because I'm a sucker for anything Halo, and mainly could have probably only voice act for that. There's not a lot of people voice act Master Chief very well. For like, because people are looking for the Steve Downs of level of like character and like depiction. So I practiced for like years and years trying to get the voice, and I'm still like over time I'm still like getting it. Because I rehearsed all night yesterday, just so I can get back the voice.
Nice. I'm in a role for a project called Cursed to Be My Own. I'm a minor role, but like I take the form of a mentor to the heroes of the story. It's like a fantasy world. It's up and coming. Like nothing has been produced out yet, but my name is Jarek, and I'm a big orc, I believe. So yeah,
It's cropping
Alright.
time.
it's funny because like the character like I talk to, I treat her like my daughter. So I'm like, oh, that's my princess.
That's fun. It's like
Yeah.
like he's terrifying, but he's jolly and kind. I like made
Yeah.
a character like that who was just a mutant. He was like tall. He's like making plants. He's like being wholesome. And then just some guy like steps on his plants and points a weapon at him. He's like, "Hello, how dare
Hello,
you
it is
traverse
me."
such a beautiful thing of wildlife?"
An orc druid? That's fucking awesome.
That would actually, I might actually make it orc druid. Now that I think of it.
I'm actually a lot of projects at the moment, but most of them are like dead at the moment. I have no idea what's going on of those because no one tells what's going on at the moment. But one project is I already done my parts and now they're throwing the art for that and editing that. So I'm just waiting for that coming out, and then I have my own project where I'm voice actor and the editor, the artist, and voice actor, everything, a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
that I'm working on that also. So
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. Or what I think about, you guys know the race Goliaths from D&D, right? Where they're like tall as goodness gracious.
Yeah, big boys.
Yeah, I'm thinking about them. I could just make a druid off of that because they have like specific stats where they don't need armor. Because like thick skin,
Yeah.
which is like an attribute from the race. And I did make a paladin, but I never used it for a Goliath
Okay.
because I did play a
Yeah,
lot of
Paladin Goliath, which sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
So like what's everyone's inspiration for voice acting? Like what got y'all into it?
That's fucking good question.
Mine was an interesting situation.
Okay.
So I was in a situation where I was like playing Halo, and one of my friends is like, "Hey, I'm making a machinima. You want to like voice act for him?" And it's like you could create your own character to help like diverse the story. I was like, "All right." Then I bring one of my Spartans, who was his name's Markham, and he's a Spartan too. He's a tall dude, but he's like a big brother who's like a mentor more than a trying to be like any edgy like Spartan 2 that's like trying to be a freaking badass for no reason. And much like all the community of Halo.
Murphy's Law.
So when I was creating the character and I was putting him in, because the character was like my first actual original character for Halo, because I have refined him now. Like I've even made artwork of him in the past. Like you'll probably see him through the slideshows. He's been through a lot of stuff, like in through war, like lost a significant other, and through that, like then it's just like there was like times where I would have to take a hiatus, and I would just like wait for me to like get a voice line to record, but there was like with Halo Machinima, it's a dark area, and with that, there would be drama that would be started because people would just want the biggest roles and like try and work their way up through like cheats and stuff. Because the Halo community can be dark, and it was a dark time because it was just Halo 5 available at the time. No new games were coming out. And
I can believe it.
people were pretty desperate. So I've went through like rinse and repeat of like just going through game upon game, or like roll upon roll through like machinimas through like 2 years. Then I was like, and there was like one point where I was practicing Master Chief through like a year and a half, and I come across Reclaimer Gaming. He's like, oh, because I made a decision I wouldn't do Halo Machinima after like 2 years. Then I find this guy doing like open auditions for characters in an audio drama. And the first role I did for the guy was Spartan Locke. Because he said you would have made the position to be Master Chief, but we have a special guest coming on, Installation 00, who I've actually met. He's a very, very jolly guy. Diverse with lore. He's like a lore junkie. Halo. And talking to him, he's like, man, no wonder you took my spot. Because I had no idea Installation 00 was going to be in at the time until I was like in the actual chat with all the voice actors. And as I was Spartan Locke, I tried my best to have like a deep, like slightly like clickety voice, because how Locke's voice is specifically is slightly raspy but deep and like smooth. So I tried my best to like invoke it, because he invoked professionalism and stayed serious on topic. Much similar to like other Spartans, but he was a Spartan 4 human being and a former operative for Office Naval Intelligence. But through that, and I got another position to like voice act as the Chief in another series, which I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, where it's like, what if Doom Guy actually came to Halo and met the Chief? And my first performance was pretty diverse, and I was like, the first video now has like 20,000 views. I didn't think it would get that far. Then I see all the comments of people like complimenting how Chief, he's like, what's better, Doom Guy showing up or that Chief voice? And I was like, oh, thank you. And I would comment, it's like, why, thank you. Just being a welcoming person for the community.
That's really cool, dude. Oh yeah.
So cool.
For me personally, my inspiration, not as much as like my first like project like you, it was for a long time, like in high school and like in my 1 year of college, was like, I would love to just voice a very disappointed principal. Like, no other role. Like, that was the one thing I'm like, if I could do that, I would be amazing. Because a lot of people say I have a very deep and like caramel-like voice. And so like I can just imagine myself saying, Mr. and Mrs. Roberts, I regret to inform you that your daughter, Samantha, was found fucking 3 guys in the bathroom. And unfortunately, disciplinary actions will have to take course. And please remove her. So like, yeah, like that was my one thing that I would willingly want to do in like my projects. It's like I've never been able to find that, but still, at that same time, that was my one inspiration. And so I decided, fuck it, I'll just go full send into voice acting.
So you wanted to always say that that girl has to fuck the 3 guys. That's always your
I
opinion.
mean, like that's just one. That's just one. That's just one example. It could be
Yeah,
a
yeah.
dude fucking 3 guys. You know.
Goose, if I give you like a line to read, can you read it as a disappointed principal?
Sure.
You're gonna
Shoot.
be depicted as a goose that's disappointed in a tuxedo.
Okay, just like 12 classes a week, I have your son.
What?
Does that really
Can you repeat that?
like 12 classes a week, and he's a fucking embarrassment.
12 classes a week, and he is a fucking embarrassment.
It sounded like a decrepit mall cop.
I am Paul Blart. Yes. Give me your donuts.
Shimona. Just like
Shimona.
just tricking him on that freaking scooter. He's like,
Well, it's come to my inspiration for voice acting. Actually, I have been always love acting. Even small kid, I always loved acting and do stuff and writing stuff. So when I started my YouTube channel, actually, I was thinking like, okay, it's gonna be some kind of audio drama reading channel. I was just reading the audio dramas what I found in online, but somehow that just escalated and I started to do other videos also of my channel. And for a long time, I forgot like I love voice acting also. So I started my own project because at the time there was no project that I could get in on. So I started, why the hell, why not make something own? So I started a small project back in the days when I was part of one fandom, but I'm not named at the moment.
That's fine.
But after that, I started thinking like, hey, this is so much fun, and I can do the stuff what I want to do. And then I started looking for more projects, and more I did that, I realized that okay, what's stopping me to make my own stuff where I can voice these characters? And yeah, that's pretty much all in a nutshell. But yeah, overall, this love for acting has been inspiring me.
My inspiration was I always loved voice actors like PM Seymour and Tara Strong,
Oh yeah,
Right.
or adult creators, so like Molly Molotov 666, Zombie Lollipop, Ollie, who just made really fucked up audios. And I loved how like honest and like proud they were of themselves. So when I was like 17 and a half or so, I started auditioning for like small roles because I thought, maybe this could be fun. It could help with my my confidence. But then like when I turned 18, I started to make other kinds of audios, and that got a lot of attention, a lot of praise, and a lot of money. So I guess like inspired me and right with them.
Right.
not my inspiration.
For all of us.
Yeah, as long as you get paid, that's all that matters.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys have seen the anime called Berserker. Was it fucking brutal and everything like that? But I personally love that anime. And I was watching actually the bloopers of that and outtakes for that anime. That was so hilarious. I laughed so hard every time I saw and hear that lines. Those are so much fun. So that's one also the thing I love voice acting. All the outtakes you you come up with when you're reading some lines and like, holy shit, did
Yeah.
I really say that out loud?
Yeah, like a lot of times when I fuck up a line, I'm just like, all right, and for today's fuck, god damn it. All right, let's do it again. Like I just like constantly say like fuck or just scream.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's also something I do. Also, like always I'm reading something like, oh fucking hell, fuck.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just if I'm not recording for for myself that somebody say that voice, but what I'm using at the recording, I just say something messed up things. It's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I'm doing takes, I do it all in one long take. One thing even slightly wrong, I'll delete it. I have to start all over again. And it takes fix for just getting everything just right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like annoying though. Like if you like mess up like a sentence before you end it, you're like,
There is some producers or like directors that'll ask for like multiple takes of the line. Like I had like one point where I had to rehearse and like say the line, record it like multiple times, just because like I had the same situation with Halo Follower, where he wanted like I would produce lines and Rick Elmer was like, these are good, I'll send them to him. The guy and Halo Follower Ron, and Ron would say, "Hey, can you have him say these like multiple times to like get different emotions and like have him like so I could just like, yeah, what's up? I'm doing a podcast right now."
oh, you're not allowed in.
Come in. Come on, Dad.
If you have milk, you're
Huh?
allowed in.
If you're
Dad.
paying us,
What
you
alcohol
can
do I
come in.
want? Hold on.
Father.
You better have milk.
What food do you
Father.
want? Just, I want to go get some.
Milk and alcohol, those are allowed.
More food today?
No, that's just the same bags I had.
Did he just say more food but no milk? This son of a bitch.
If I'm not that
Get him!
half an hour maybe. No, another hour.
Coming to my room.
Okay. All right. That was one of my buddies.
Did he bring milk?
No, he did not. He was
Where's
like,
the
"Do you
milk?
want?
Kill him.
Do you want booze, alcohol?" Right?
You can't mix booze with alcohol. Wait, I
will
meant
say
milk.
so.
Fuck. I'm stupid.
There is,
I meant to say
there
milk.
is creme liqueurs, and they're delicious.
What's that drink from A Clockwork Orange where it's just rum, milk, and drugs?
Rum, milk, and what?
Rum. The movie Clockwork Orange.
Internet is not nice to you.
Okay, never mind.
We faded from existence.
Excuse me. It's gracious. Yeah, my buddy was like, "Hey, I'm doing a podcast." He's like, "What?" It's like, "Oh," and then he looks at my setup and like when I'm streaming.
It's slowly, it's just fading away.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that's new.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Almost as interesting as milk.
Man, we can't
So
stop
how
talking
long is
about
going to be
milk.
like each episode?
What the heck? I just realized in our chat that Jamie, you just posted a bunch of photos of American section where it's just Pepsi, Cherry
That's what
Dr.
I'm-
Pepper, Pepsi
Yeah,
Cherry.
dude, that's what I'm trying to. This is what we think American food is.
I mean, it's not too far off. It's pretty close.
It's like all the mass-produced shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got your LaCroix, your Eggo cereal.
Yeah. You got cheese.
You got your Bazooka candy.
Wait, there is cheese Reese's fucking peanut butter? What?
What do
I
you
didn't-
mean? Yeah,
this,
that,
like,
like
I
the
never-
cereal?
No, like there's an actual peanut butter. Like they would make.
Oh,
their own
yeah,
peanut
yeah,
butter,
yeah, yeah.
And they just put it in a jar. I had no idea they did that.
Hawaiian Punch cotton candy. That sounds fuck.
I never heard of that either. I mean,
Me neither.
I
That
see.
sounds fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Aunt
Just-
Jemima. Next to your. fruit
Wait, does
gushers.
your Aunt Jemima still have like the lady on it?
No.
If so, like get that. That's limited edition.
What?
Like if your Aunt Jemima still has like the black lady on it, It's limited edition. Here in the States, everyone threw their shit out because there's a black lady on it, and they removed her.
Huh.
I mean, like probably the company is owned by a white person who was just culturally appropriating.
Like the company was founded by that by Aunt Jemima, the black woman.
Oh, fucking fair.
Yeah, and so like everyone was like all up their ass because now there's a black woman depicted on syrup. Ooh, so they removed her.
Yeah, that's happened also the Uncle Ben rice.
Yep. And the Land O'Lakes butter. So
Yeah.
sorry, John,
Oh,
but no more Native Americans.
Oh.
Hershey's is disgusting. Fuck all you guys. Hershey's is disgusting. Your
I
chocolate
agree.
has like no milk in it.
I could talk about my heritage real quick, being Native American. So
Do it.
So when
Be
people
proud.
think of Native American, they usually think like black long hair, tan skin. It's like that's the very like rare common thing that you'll see in a Native American. Because some of us aren't full blooded anymore. Like I'm a quarter,
Hmm.
and
You
I don't.
still,
I
I
have
bet you still apply for like benefits though.
I am trying, but I'm in Georgia and I can't apply for like benefits here.
Ah, that's fair.
Yeah, I have to get a tribe card when I get back. That was like one of the things I will do because my family knows I'm like my mom even got me gifts like the necklace, which is like a cloth necklace and a wooden branding of the Yona, which is just the spirit of the bear. Yona just
Yeah.
means is word for bear, but each like the first time I actually connected with my tribe was at 17. It was a mix between Blackfoot, Cherokee, and I all connected with them, and it was like a very. I was in a down point, like I was going through a lot, and it, like connecting with my Native American heritage got me out of it. And some interesting stuff happened. A lot of like dramatic things. And there's a point where I came like came
I
It's like
came.
no, like I'm trying to find the words for it. uh there was a point where I just came back and like reconsolidated with myself. It's like, I'm gonna keep identifying myself as it because I'm a whole quarter. Like I base most of my religion off of my heritage. It is, I mean, some people say it's primitive when they don't really like understand that it's mostly spiritual. But I say, "Hey, I'm Native American," and they're like, "You're you don't look what?" And it's like, "Are you serious?" Because they'll say I'm white. I'm like, "No, I'm not." we
No, that's
for
fucking
us to
stupid.
yeah, because for us to have it like we have to be outside for like we can't get sunburned real easily. Like I can't really get sunburned. Like I've been outside for like 85-degree weather in my OCPs, like in my uniform, and I don't get sunburned. And my buddy, he gets sunburned, and I'm like, hey, I just got tanned from that because I'll be outside for a day and I get like a slight tan. I already have like a tan line around my neck right
I
now.
love skin cancer.
I was talking about that, and people just like don't understand. Like they're look into it
Yeah.
a lot of the time, and I'll like, hey, this is how it works. This is how we are. Then like there was like points where people just insult me like, yo, that's not right. You can't do that. So a lot of situations on the internet where like people would like because some of us there's different characteristics because each tribe has a different like genetic makeup when it comes to their like appearance. Like they'll have different color eyes. Like for us, Blackfoot have like almost brown but beady black eyes, more or less. Like me and my dad, because my dad's Blackfoot, my mom's Cherokee, but her eyes are like green, hazelish, but they're like a natural color.
Ooh.
Same with my brother. and I always look back and go like, you know, our people have changed so much through the years, and it's hard to find people who are even just a half Native American, because there's like, I think my great grandmother was a whole full blooded. Then she got married to another person who isn't all Native American, and that's how it starts.
Mm.
People find love in the most interesting ways. I just made the chat go.
Oh yeah, how long is gonna be each episode?
Usually an hour and a half. Like, we're barely just getting into an hour. Yeah. I don't like streaming for 2 hours because over time we'll lose energy, and like, because I've done podcasts where they last like 3 hours for the first episode, and I noticed there's a lot of empty space, because for podcasts you got to be really talkative. You got to invoke like that personality, like grabbing the audience and like talking about like interesting topics and stuff like that. But this episode is like gonna be special because we're not having any specific topics, but there's gonna be like a specific genre we're gonna talk about. Like, there's like one podcast with my buddy Don Donut, who was originally a part of the Chambercast, who made his own cast with another person, like somebody named Haley, called Number 15, and they talked about like paranormal stuff, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And he's like, hey, we could have you as a special guest at some point. I was like, oh, that's sweet, dude. I would be down. So,
Oh boy, now I'm gonna have to be thinking of topics to bring up each week, like throughout the week.
yeah.
I
That's
definitely
well.
think our like a main broad theme is voice acting, since we're all
Yeah.
voice actors.
All
Yeah,
of
I
us are
agree with
voice
that.
actors, but all of us do have. I do more. I think I had a bigger talent when it came to artwork and art writing more than voice acting, I'd say. But I'm still a voice
Mm.
actor.
Mm.
I'm an amateur in the industry, but I'm not professional. I still don't get paid, even though I've been voice acting for so long.
Dude,
That's only because I started doing machinima instead of freaking actual like professional work, and actually going on casting
Yeah.
calls, Twitter, and looking for actual posts or YouTube. Because a lot of people on YouTube would look for like creative personalities and like actual people to provoke characters, compared to like just going on to casting calls. Because casting calls is like one of the big areas where like a lot of like pilots and like people trying to be out of this world with, but there's always those projects that will not provoke the best like best look, or like be different or try and change, because they'll always stay with like their own fandoms.
Gotcha Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I actually gotta sit down and actually do a demo reel so I can actually like start up on a Fiverr. But like still, even at that point,
Fiverr's a great area,
oh
because
yeah,
you'll still like some like actual big time like game like studios who like grab voice actors will not grab people from Fiverr. And I was like thinking to myself, I was like, because John seen people use Fiverr before. Like, he's seen like how people get blocked out from these like big time studios, like blacklisting them off of the market. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna touch Fiverr, because if I do that, my opportunities will be limited. And I didn't know this, because I was like, hey, I might go on Fiverr, and he's like, don't do that, don't.
Hmm.
Because I don't see a lot of people use Fiverr nowadays, but it's still out there. It's still a big like good media outlet for like voice actors in general, and like people who are interested
yeah.
in like artwork, drawing, voiceover.
I use Reddit as my main one, and I just think it's good because no one else is using it.
That's fair.
Like a job opening will come up, and instantly I get messaged about it because it's the only job opening on the entire site.
Yeah.
And then like me and 3 other guys audition.
Yeah, people look at Reddit in interesting ways and different views.
Mm.
Which I haven't touched a lot of Reddit. I just mostly used it for like because I did a lot of Arma and played a lot of the game. And just make units or like join units from there.
It's
The only thing
amazing
I
for,
really use Reddit for is when my Skyrim mods get fucky and I have to consult them for help.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing for like finding very niche communities
Reddit.
and then slowly
It's either
taking them over.
it's either Steam's like social network when it comes to creating discussions, or like actually going on there and like, because I will find lots of information that I'll need because people ask the same question. Like Call of Arms is like an RTS game, and I'm still trying to figure out like the editor mode because I like playing with the Halo mods on there because there's not as many Halo mods because there's good mods for like Warhammer on Men of War Assault Squad 2, but with that there's like that's Warhammer and Star Wars Central. There is a lot of Star Wars mods on Call to Arms, but it's just not as much Warhammer anymore. There's lots of Halo on Call to Arms. I think Call to Arms is more simplistic and more less complicated. Because you'll go to Men of War Assault Squad and go like, is this me trying to learn Hearts of Iron 4 again? Because Hearts of Iron was a like interesting bag of like beans to get into, trying to figure out.
A lot of RTS games are.
But I love Hearts of Iron. It's just a fun game as well as Call to Arms. But I just never had fun with Assault Squad 2. I only played 37 minutes of it.
Mm.
All right.
Anyone excited for Elden Ring?
I haven't looked into the game. I haven't heard about it until people started saying, "Hey, it's coming out today." I'm like because it was yesterday. Then I see
Yeah.
people playing the game, which I might actually look at Elden Ring right now.
Do I have to know about games beyond this podcast? Because I don't know any of the video games you guys mentioned.
Maybe. Like, it's just like something to shoot the shit. Because, like, I guess a lot of people play games, and I guess
Mm.
just some people aren't like really into that, which are you. So and that's fine.
Yeah.
I got us covered with the weebs and the anime nerds.
Okay.
I like anime. I've watched a good bit of it.
Yeah, the last anime I watched was called Seraph of the End, and it was really good.
Mm.
I haven't watched a lot. The last anime I watched was Boku no Hero. And
Boku no Piku?
no, Boku no Hero. Like
Oh.
Bro, I know
I
so
like
many
the
servers
anime,
that
but the
still have it.
fan base is questionable.
Yeah. What were you saying, Jamie?
I know so many servers, but they still have Boku no Piku up.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
So like, if we ever have to do a stream party,
We'll watch Boku no Piku and Yosuga no Sora.
have to watch the Christmas special.
Why? Hold on, I just found the weirdest thing on Steam here. Let me show you guys real quick. The stream. This is what I found. This is the thing I found. It is eggs on a motherboard. Is he trying to cook it? Yeah, just look at the stream real quick. It is long.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I just found this on freaking
What?
Simple Rockets, which is like Kerbal Space Program for like 2D. And I just find this from a guy named Stan, and it just shows up on the thing, and ugh, goodness,
Time after
Oh
time.
my god.
time after time.
Ew.
If you're lost and you
Ew.
know you will be fine there.
I got
Time
some
after
nightmares for that.
time.
Time after time.
Jesus, that's gross.
I mean, it's just eggs on a motherboard, but it is disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, still, it looks so fucking awful.
Well.
I mean, that's the one way to cook your eggs. So
Goodness gracious. Oh, an interesting game I want to bring up, actually, right now, is Unturned. Have you guys heard of that? It's like a
Unturned. Let me look at it. Isn't that like a hyper realistic zombie survival simulator?
Yep. It is. It looks like Minecraft, but the game is like it's something like I've actually.
This looks like Roblox.
It does.
It looks
yeah.
like Roblox, but the game performs much like an actual good like platform. They updated it
Isn't
constantly.
it? Yeah, it's free, isn't it?
Yeah, it is free.
We should all play it on stream.
Yeah, at
One
some
episode.
point.
I instantly see a
If-
guy in a German soldier outfit.
Sync Hail
MMOs.com.
gamers.
Yeah. Once you become
What?
like, if you voice like impression like a character, like for instance me, Master Chief, I'll get comments from friends. It's like, Master Chief, what are you doing on Forza? I'm like drifting, putting noobs. Then I'll play Halo Infinite. He's like, what are you doing on Halo Infinite? I'm like, killing Atriox and finishing this fight. That's one of the lines I had to say for the last. That was like the very last project I was doing.
Like, it looks bad, but I already know it's gonna be the next Fortnite.
Yeah.
Kids are gonna.
Which one? What's going to be the next Fortnite?
Unturned.
Yeah.
I
I'm pretty
mean,
sure it already is, though.
There is a battle royale game, but knowing Unturned and how it easily is hackable, I don't really usually play it.
Dude, you said that this was a new game. It's 8 years old. It's as old as Five Nights at Freddy's.
I'm not the Freddy's. Holy shit, it's 8 years old?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I am old. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
I knew that when I was playing Halo 3 when I was a kid. So it was like the first game I ever played was Halo 2 or 3, sorry.
Oh yeah, we haven't done an age check between all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're all by how much?
Nope.
Alright, Jeremy, how old are you?
18 by last November.
I
Well,
am
it's
21.
Get around here.
10 plus 8.
You're
What?
18?
Yep.
Night Shadow, how old are you?
24.
Okay, thank God I'm not the oldest. What the fuck?
Oh shit! Fuck you! Oh god!
No. I'm saying, I'm not calling you old, but like, still at the same time, I'm like, how is the 21-year-old the oldest?
Yeah. Fucking hell! I knew I was the oldest one here. I just have that feeling like, okay, I'll be the old man around here.
Yep.
You're the dad.
Okay, I'm gonna drop the dad jokes right now.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, John, older brother.
I am the oldest in my family. I'm the oldest sibling.
Loser.
Excuse you.
But-
Yeah.
But like, most people who I talk to are like much older than 24. Like, my audience is like 30-year-olds or more.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
can see
God.
that.
I think like most of my friends are even around my age, or they're like, well, one of my best friends is like in my 30s right now.
Got it.
But I don't feel myself like a 24 years old guy. I feel like I'm still at that 19 years old guy who I was back then.
No, I get it.
I mean, after I turned like 19, I have not felt like I have aged at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still as boring, and I still have those bad jokes, so nothing has changed.
It's
Man.
okay. We can always pick up a new hobby. You want to do math? No, I'm joking.
Oh, there's like a meme I found on TikTok where like an alien comes to Earth. He's like, "So what is this math thing you do?" It's like,
Yes, I
math?
love that.
Yeah.
You guys never did math? How are you guys doing the complicated calculations to propel yourself into space? He's like, dude, it's not that hard. All you do is throw some explosives in it or fuel and you go to space. It is not
I don't
hard.
fucking know. It just
And
fucking blew me.
Then he's like explaining him what math is. He's like, are you guys in a cult? You guys teach this to children? You guys are doing shapes and shit. It looks like you're fucking summoning demons.
Oh yeah, I absolutely hated math when I was back in the school.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
That was
me
the
too.
word.
I fucking despise math. Even still being Asian, I still hate math.
I'm good at maths. Like money maths, I always fucking win at.
Get out!
You can be our accountant.
I can be the accountant that slowly steals money from you.
And
okay.
I find out and I pull out the Glock.
Bro, you don't
It
even know
won't be
what
my
country
problem
I'm from.
anymore.
No, you're my problem.
But I was just scrolling through the news and I see this court's new policy will ban harmful medical advice, taking aim at anti-vax groups.
What?
Bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, how are they going to enforce that?
Okay. This court is overhauling its policies and community guidelines to tackle health off-platform behavior and hate speech.
Huh.
It was
Hate
only
speech.
announced.
I'm going to say a
Friday.
slur right now. Like, what?
Goodness.
That's some weird shit.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
that's something else.
Discord says users may not share false or misleading information on Discord that is for societal damage.
Is this already, like, this is already taking place?
No. It will go into effect on the 28th of March, and let's see what's the. Can't find them to fucking consequences. You guys just keep talking.
All right.
Yeah, I was just thinking like how they can keep up with like what is the hate speech, and if somebody just make a
Don't
funny
turn to
joke
Twitch,
about
Discord.
it.
Don't
Oh my god.
say poggers.
yeah,
You'll
like-
get banned.
Yeah, this is like that's so weird. Like, what is the hate speech, and what are you allowed to anymore say anything, and where's the freedom of speech and
Oh wait. And deciding when to take action, Discord says it will weigh up the context of message and the likelihood of direct harm, a poster's intent to convince or deceive others, and whether a group or poster has a history of repeated violations. Discord users will be able to continue to report this type of content by right-clicking.
Oh,
And-
so you have to report it.
Yeah, so you have to report it, and then
yeah.
some human being is going to be paid to sit in a computer and read a bunch of bullshit conspiracy theories and like give them a certain punishment.
Okay, so shoving a gerbil up your ass will help you prevent yourself from getting COVID. All right? You just gotta shove a gerbil up your ass and you'll be fine.
No,
Alright.
brother. I'll tell you what. It worked painlessly.
It worked for me. It worked for my cousin Jeb. All right.
Who's
Like,
dead?
also, there's gonna be you're now gonna have a history on Discord. Discord's gonna keep a little file on you of all the times you fucked up.
Oh my god.
There's like
Where
so there was like a video on TikTok I came across about like a guy talking about like impressions of like accents, and he's like, to do an Indian accent, just replace the T with a D. So he was like, don't don't tell me what to do.
That's fucking amazing. I love that.
It's just
And how
oh,
much hate did he get?
just keep that mindset all the time now.
Yeah, that reminds me when I have my trip in London, I met so many like those Indians, like they talk with that Indian accent that was so almost so it was so hard to not laugh because I felt so bad if I laughed to them. So I was like, yeah, okay, yeah. Don't laugh. In my mind, I was like, don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh.
Dude, if something is funny, I will not hesitate to laugh. I do not care.
I just feel bad if I make somebody upset, and I just want to be like nice for everyone.
I was watching a video yesterday about a guy who did a impressionist of Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool, and what this guy did was like he would like find a specific person, tell their name, like address. He's like, you did this wrong thing, and he would just like make them do the right thing and like fix their shit. Like there was a guy who scammed a woman out of like $500, and he made him pay it back, send an apology. Then he would just goof around with them. And people would actually pay the guy to like help them with situations where they're not comfortable with.
Hmm.
Like people cheating on their girlfriend, just stuff that isn't right. And
Yeah.
I find it like a vigilante. Like he's like an internet vigilante. This guy gets like millions of views, and I mean, it seems right because they actually pay him to like work things out for him. And it's like just going in the lobby on a game and just like finding them, because like he'll get there like all the information he needs. And it was just hilarious because I found it on TikTok and I was like, oh, this guy's got to be on YouTube. Found his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And I just watched the video of the guy, like Ryan Reynolds, like, what's up, briefcase? Just gives them nicknames and stuff. It's just hilarious.
Like that's the one thing about TikTok though. Like it has one of the best algorithms for getting new eyes on your content.
Yeah.
It does. It definitely promotes the 15 minutes of fame for you. Like everyone will get like that type of video.
Like if you have anything worth watching, you put it onto TikTok, then people from your TikTok will go to your YouTube. You might only be famous for like half a week, but hopefully and start making that following.
Yeah.
Thanks, China.
Thanks, China.
China.
Keep on working on those. What shitty thing are they doing now?
China
farms?
builds the best walls I've ever seen. Very masterpiece. The Great Wall of China. It's very beautiful.
Oh, these are
Yeah.
fake news. Fake news. China is a great place. This is fake news. What you hear right now. Oh my god!
Dude,
I feel so
China-
outsider because I don't use TikTok anymore. I absolutely hate that.
Yeah, personally, I don't use TikTok.
Sometimes the
Yeah.
I don't know.
algorithm can make a hiccup, and I'll just get recommended furry stuff, and I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? And I'll be
Oh,
at
hell
work.
yeah.
Yeah,
Or recommended, yeah.
yeah. I saw like a lot of that stuff. Why I was like, why I have to see this?
I think they do that because sometimes they'll use the like, because you'll have like editing software where you can use a sound like music or like some like guy talking, and it'll
Yeah.
like link to the same video. And I think TikTok like says like, okay, if they like that sound, we could just send them another video using the same sound, and it'll just be
Yeah.
some questionable things that you're not interested in.
Yeah.
Like I'll watch videos of a guy, who used to be like he would just like voice act as like or do an impression of like a gun salesman, and there's like I want the best, and he's like, I'll give you the best, and he's like hitting a vape.
All right, man. Yeah, I got you.
John, I know exactly how you feel. I hate when my recommended just goes haywire and like furries are all over my phone, my Google,
Five Nights at
my
Freddy's.
home wallpaper, my body pillow.
I mean, yeah, I personally have nothing against like the furries, but
Yeah.
I'm not that interesting for that stuff.
Mhm.
I have to cross the lines of somewhere.
Yeah, like same thing with me. Like people can do what they want, but like at the same time, like I ain't really going to affiliate myself.
Yeah. Goodness.
Want her to do what the fuck you want.
Yeah, I mean, I'm I'm fine if you are something. I'm like, okay, be what you are.
Alright.
But example for if you're vegan, okay, I'm fine with that. But don't come to tell me I'm an animal killer because I eat the meat. I have not killed an animal. I just eat that meat, but I have already been killed.
Oh yeah, the vegan
Yeah,
teaching.
vegans are very perplexing.
Yeah, it's like don't
There is
come
a
to tell me
meme.
like how I'm so bad person if I do something that you are not. You feel like it's so bad.
There's
I
like
feel like
a
that's a lot of
yeah.
the reason, like where like a lot of people like they guilt trip you and thinking like, oh, you're doing something bad, so you have to change who you are and what you think of reality.
Yeah,
Like,
that's very
I think as long as they're not trying to convert you, then they're chill. Like vegans will try to convert you to their side.
Yeah.
There was like a vegan who wasn't educated, and he's like, so strawberry milk. Well, I'm drinking strawberry milk because it's made of strawberry milk and not cow milk. You know what I mean? And he's like, then there's like reactions like, show me the nipple on a freaking
Show me the nipple.
on a freaking strawberry.
Yeah, but like China loves their people. Why do you think they have safety nets outside the
Mhm.
factory?
I know, dude. They love them so much that if they even maybe got COVID, they put them in their own brand new camps. You know, like it's a grand holiday. You know.
Right. So, anyways, I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm gonna get everything souped up because I do have plans today. So I'm gonna get the outro started. So,
Do we have a theme song
hope
yet?
you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys had a cup of coffee while you're sitting at the caf. I hope you guys enjoyed our little chat here. Please subscribe, leave a like. We do plan to keep doing podcasts as like weekly, though I will if something happens, I'll be sure to place an update on the channel. Without further ado, thank you for looking into the podcast. I will love to see you guys in the future. Hope this channel grows to something bigger, because the podcast can be different, because not a lot of people do live streams like we do, and like look at chats. Like there is other podcasts like Honeycast and like all those stuff, but they're targeted to specific audiences. But
I agree. Everyone have a good day. Remember to curb stomp your local pedophile.
all right.